everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Manor Lords. Alright, let's get back into the game here. But before we do, let's have a look at the regional overview here. Because in the last couple of episodes, we have mostly focused on getting our initial city pretty much self-sufficient, so we don't have to really manage it anymore, aside from the fact from keeping it going. And we have unlocked these two regions right here. Now the point of the episodes to come is going to be to develop cities in both these regions as well here. So we're going to be focusing mostly on that. Alright, so let's have a quick check how we are doing in our original city right here. So we have no timber, that is unfortunate. Let's make sure that we have that too. And just making sure that while we build out our new cities in the other regions, I want to make sure that we do not have to focus too much on this section right here. So let's see, we have a logging camp right here. We only have one unassigned family though. So let's hope we can keep the timber production going. We may want to assign another person to work at the logging camp right there in due time. We have plenty of planks. It seems as though our food is mostly vegetables right now. We do have some fish right here, 76. And I think we do have tithe. This is just a checkup, just to make sure that we have everything in order right here. So let's find our manor house. Working with a new new recording session right here, so we're just getting acquainted here. Reacquainted, I should say. Oh, made a little bit of money here too. Let's check to see, are we still trading away that fish? Let's go to food. And we still are exporting food here. We may want to up this to 200 though. I want to make sure. Do we actually want to do that? Maybe 300. It's going to cost us some money in the short term, but I want to make sure that we have plenty of food sources right here. Yeah, I think that may be quite important here. So here's our manor. And let's see, do we still have tithe? No, we don't have tithe, so we're not trading away our excess food here. I want to make sure that that's very, very much safeguarded here. And what about our... We have some grain, we have some flour. We don't have any malt, that's unfortunate. 53 shoes, but no ale. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this section right here. But in the meantime, we can start producing, or rather make a start in this area right here. Now we have a shoal of fish right here. Unfortunately, it's not a rich one, but we do have that in the original city, our first city. We do have a rich deposit of wild animals though. And that makes me think that this is going to be, yes, a very fertile region right here. That is nice. Plenty of barley production too. So we're going to produce here all the things that we have difficulty producing in this section right here. Can make some more rye here for some more food, which would actually not be the worst idea. We're gonna need more families though, but we got one additional family just as we were looking through our setup here. Alright, so let's get going here. Let's start here and let's make up our minds as to where we want to have our initial production here. We do have iron deposit right here. That's definitely something I want to start developing. Some stone right here, but I think we want to start somewhat close to the food right here. So maybe we should draw a road right here and start working off of that. Maybe right through the middle. Right there. Yes. And I think we can go right here. Settlers camp. This is going to cost us 250 we can make that happen. No problem. Should we do it here? Yeah, it's not really barley territory, so to speak, so that's very good. Rye is very fertile everywhere. So I think if we build along this yellow zone here, we should be good. That's gonna leave us plenty of good stuff right there. Yeah, that looks good. So why don't we get our settler camp right in the middle? Actually, this is going to be prime production or prime building. So we may want to get it out of the way just a little bit here. We could do 5 houses here. And then maybe build this settler next to it. We won't have any production, so we have to put this first. Actually, we don't have any logs just to put the footprint down. So let's start with a settler camp right here. There we go. And let's choose. We can have starting supplies, modest, average, and plentiful. They're gonna cost us. So I think we just do modest right here. That should get us going. And let's confirm here. Yeah, we get basically more food, more firewood, more stone, and more hammers here. Or rather, tools. So let's do modest. There we go. And we could do, for the most part, the same thing like we did when we started our other region here. So we're going to need some housing. We're going to need a granary. We make sure that we also have a storehouse. And those things should, for the most part, get us settled here. We're still rather short on timber, so that's not good. And I think I may want to do the granaries somewhere centrally located here. So let's put the granary right next to our settlers camp right here. Get the granary right there, as close as we can. And let's set this to the highest priority. And with that, we can select a prime spot for our logging operations. And I think that should be here. Could also do it here, of course. This is a little larger. And I think in due time, we want to have this cleared out anyway. Maybe right here? That would be nice. Yeah, that's not going to be in the way too much. Alright, let's do it. And let's not set this to the highest priority, but one step below that, very high. And that leaves us with 4 timber. Still have some food, so I think it's best that we put that towards housing here. So let's create a couple of Burgensplaats. We could do it right next to the granary, actually. And let's do one house at a time here. Alright. Yep. And this is probably gonna be a little bit too much here because we won't have the logs to construct anything else. Yeah, so let's first have this house finished here. Well, actually, let's pause it here. Let's do the same thing like we did before. Let's build blocks of 5 houses, with the 2 outermost houses having a huge production plot. It's either going to be for apples or for vegetables in the beginning here. So I think we can start the clock here. And let's have our focus be on this section first, and as soon as we get underway, we can have a quick check-in when it comes to our other town right here. This should all look pretty familiar. It's going to be the same thing like we did before. Yeah, I really like how that's going. Alright, construction finished. Granary, nice. Let's put someone to work right there immediately, because we have some supplies to carry over here. We need to get that 20 bread inside that granary as soon as we can. And I think our next focus is going to be on this beautiful logging camp right here. Let's zoom in a little bit. We can speed up the time, of course. Getting a notification that we're running out of food. That's to be expected. Oh yeah, that completes very quickly. Nice. So let's put 3 people to work here, because we are currently suffering a pretty significant timber shortage. And let's make sure that we can get all the people settled in right now. So we are looking for roughly 6 planks right here, or rather timber. That's going to allow us to build 3 houses right here. Our ox is already pushing supplies towards the logging camp right there. Shinford. Oh, storage house is full. There we go. 6 timber. And that should allow us plenty of leeway. Actually, this... yeah, the backyard doesn't need to be that large here, so let's do this. There we go. Let's build another plot right next to it. And we're again going with the plots where 2 people can live in 1 house right there. We're going to need a little bit more timber here. As a matter of fact, we can remove this section. This was just for managing our footprint. And I think if we do this, there we go. We have another plot right there. Yeah, 45% approval rating. That's horrendous. But we're gonna really work on getting that north of 50% as soon as we can. Let's complete that last burgage plot here. Actually, before we do, let's measure out our backyard here. Roughly so. And very similar. Let's look for 1 Morgan. Alright, that looks pretty good. Royal tax increased once more. So we can still afford it. Yeah, this should look good. There we go. And let's complete the cycle right here. Alright, let's call that good. There we go. And that's going to be the final house that we want to produce here. And as soon as 1 house finishes, let's make sure that we get another 2 timber in there, so we can build that 1 additional living space in the burgage plot right there. So now that we have timber, or enough timber to construct some other things, let's get some food in here. And I'm thinking, again, let's go with the shoal of fish, or we can do the wild animal route. Could pull a road to this section, actually. That would not be too terrible. But let's not mess around with that lake too much here. That should do it. And let's draw this road. And let's circle this wild animal plot, just to make sure we don't mess with it. Right there. And we can build... Yeah, let's go for the hunting camp. It doesn't cost us anything. Only some build time. And we have 2 builders at the moment. And we can go a fisherman's hut right there. That's going to be 2 sources of food. And the last thing we're going to need is a firewood supplier here. Now, I'm going to be building everything at once here. Hoping that time's going to be on our side, because we're going to have to manage 2 plots right there. And I think that should do it. That way our ox can spend all their time. Let's actually do tab right here, so we can follow the ox. It's going to have its work cut out for it. There's a lot of timber that needs to be moved. And luckily we still have enough timber to construct other things here. Actually, we're really good on the timber. So let's assign or unassign 1 person right there. Yeah, 3 builders. That should do it. Hunting camp. Excellent. Let's assign 1 person there. We could use the additional builder, but I want to make sure that we already used up 5 bread, so we want to make sure we backfill that with other food. Alright. Let's immediately expand the living space, just so we can grow, because I'm looking to get a large population section here as well. Because we're going to have a huge fight with our adversaries. At least that's my projection. We don't know, of course, but more than likely. Let's set this work area. That should do it. And only 1 person is left, or 1 family rather. It's causing the homelessness. Alright, Shenford keeps growing, that's nice. We're still sitting on 2.8 influence. We could actually claim this area as well. But that might instigate a fight sooner than I would want it to be. Yeah, these taxes are really starting to hurt our finances here. Still have some supplies. A new bandit camp. Where is it? Oh, we could deal with that. So let's go right here. And construction is still going on in the other section, so we can spend our time doing something else here. So let's rally our retinue. Yeah, it's gonna be right there. So let's rally them here. And let's do the same for our spearmen here. We have 4 people that we can assign. We have 11 timber now, that's great. Could use a little bit more fish though. Same goes for the meat. We have some ale, that's nice. good right here. But I think these were flax fields. We have plenty of barley. Some additional honey wouldn't be the worst thing. So let's add one more to the fishing hut. And let's add maybe 2 more to the apiary here. Alright. Yeah, we need to build a storehouse here. Let's not forget. Still have to choose what we want to be selling here. Fish is good to sell, but we don't have a rich vein right here. Alright, fisherman's hut. It's going to give us 2 types of food, so that should immediately translate into our approval going up. We do need to decide on what we want to be producing here, actually. Clay deposit is not too large. I'm not really feeling selling meat here. So we may want to go for maybe warboat production. We're going to have to upgrade though. That's not too terrible. We could do that. Let's see, we have some timber. We don't have planks. That's definitely something we need. Our woodcutter's lodge still needs to be constructed. New people keep moving into our original town here. Home base, so to speak. Settlement level increased. Awesome. And we have a new development point. Now, unfortunately, they don't translate. So whatever we unlocked in our home base here, we're going to have to do other things with this. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Let's leave it for now. We have other things to focus on. And let's have our last person work in this woodcutter's lodge right there. And I'm going to set the work area from a different angle that the logging camp is working from. That way we do not cut one forest down way too quickly. And let's of course assign someone to work there. And I think that should alleviate much of the food problems as well as the fuel problems going forward here. Yeah. We can just leave this be. This should be running self-sufficient here. If we want to grow in that other region, it's gonna need some more stuff right here. Or more attention, I should say. But for the most part, we should be doing good. Work area is empty. Really? Alright, keep focusing on that. Did we end up building a forester's hut? Yes, we did. Oh, great. 2 unassigned families. Yeah, we just need to keep growing here. We have 11 available living space. Yeah, these backyard extensions producing vegetables and apples, that's absolutely magnificent. I like it. I'd like to produce a little bit more meat though. So I'm guessing we're still... Are we still purchasing sheep? New horse wouldn't be the worst thing. We're making money, so... Yeah, let's make sure we speed that up. Let's see here. Stone planks. Trading fish, that's good. importing the iron parts, of course, because we're constructing stuff. Tools we're also purchasing. Purchasing some ales wouldn't be a bad idea, just to safeguard. Alright. Of course, yeah, let's check the sheep, but that's gonna have to be here in the livestock trading post. Yeah, we're still importing sheep. We're gonna need 62. I don't feel the need to purchase any more. Still need to decide whether or not we want to do sheep breeding here. Basic armor making would be nice, but we maybe can overcome with just an enormous army. That's gonna save us on having to drop a point in basic armor making right there. Charcoal making, that would be good too. Yeah, we're gonna need more meat, but I think sheep breeding. Maybe we can get some food from them as well. Alright, let's do sheep breeding here. Let's just bite the bullet. And we can see how this is gonna work out. Hoping that the excess sheep in that field is gonna produce more food. Yeah, this is going. This is going. We really need to produce more fuel, though. But I'm not too scared about fuel. We can produce that rather quickly. Timber. Yeah, we could be being a little bit cheeky, like we and build just another block right here. I definitely want another housing block right here, or maybe do one large street right here. We forgot actually to build a market. That's not too smart. So let's build that across from the granary. Don't need too many though. 15, that's crazy. Actually, let's do 12. Or something. Yeah, let's do 15, why not? There we go. Let's move the hitching post. And we can relocate that right there. So it's close to the logging camp. And let's get ourselves a storehouse too. Right there. That's hopefully gonna move the supplies to where we need them to be. And that's in the storehouse. And then as soon as this supply gets moved into the storehouse, we can again build 5 houses right here. Just in the same format. But we need more people to get in there. Right, let's speed up some time here. And now we're going to have to divide our attention between both our major town, Eikenau, or rather Schenfurt, and Eikenau, the new city right there. Fish is going up. Seems like it. $51 sheep. Yeah, we're building a lot of crossbows here. Is there a way for us to get these removed and build crossbow units instead? Let's try that right away. Okay, apparently we can. Awesome. This is going to be a much stronger unit than the archer militia. Pole arms would be good too. Alright. Now that they have assembled right there, let's have them Should we run? Yeah, let's have him run. How do we want to engage this? Maybe in the field right there? Oh, there they come. So let's move close. Right there. Let's have the retinue set up like so. And have the spearmen kind of make a formation right here so we can flank. Now it seems as though they are going for the spear militia. So let's have them kind of circle it and have the retinue sit here. Stand your ground for the defensive bonus. And then as soon as they go there, let's put a formation right here. Oh, there they go. This is not the best of engagements. The spearmen are in the single file with the retinue. But again, I think this should do it. Alright. That was not too difficult. Let's get the spearmen and run towards this bandit camp. Fetch all the nice stuff that we've earned. And let's have the retinue go back. Right there. Yeah, that's actually a little bit closer. Let's hope we can disband them right there too. Yeah, we're gonna need the money. I think I may need to up the taxes here. Because that's starting to become rather expensive. Our approval rating is doing pretty good. We could also sell roof tiles, actually.
Firewood! Firewood!
Okay, cool. Let's just leave that be. And wait for the sheep. 53, that's not too bad. That belongs to my treasury now. You can run to this position. And you're still moving in that direction. Let's actually have you run to. Oh, I actually need to be in the section that they originate from. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna be good right here. 6 months worth of fuel, fire, or firewood, I should say. Food is doing good too. Okay, let's continue. We're finally north of 50%. That's great. Do need to have one more construction open though. That's right here. And let's have that constructed by our lumberjack right there. And I think that we made a very similar start to what we did at the beginning of the series. But we have a little bit of support in our original. In our original town, of course. So let's keep the logging camp up. We already have 30 timber. That is great news. Now it's just a waiting game until we get that unassigned family in here. That should be good. In the meantime though, let's disband these units. We earn a little bit more money. That's great. And this town just keeps growing as well. We just need to make sure that we can keep everyone supplied with ale. That is proving more difficult, but we can purchase it, of course. We have regional wealth. Variety of shoes, leather. Yeah, that malt, that's gonna be something here. Alright. But that is looking good. We need to make sure that Shinford is getting all the things it wants that we can produce locally. In the meantime, we can pour all our efforts into the new town here. And make sure that we make enough money so we can pay our taxes here. Alright, so with that said, let's leave the episode right here. And let's pick it up in the next one here. So with that said, I'd like to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And hopefully see you in the next episode too. Thanks everyone.